I guess I should turn my mic on. You guys ain't heard a word I said. I want to thank you for putting that in there, Katrina. We're going to start this party like this. I'm trying to get my voice back. Y'all didn't need to hear me sneezing and queasing anyway. Got Carol Caspar coming in the house. We want to thank you, darling, for all those who are going to come on tonight. We got a very important subject to share with you, and we're very excited about sharing it. And that is, of course, our mission. Should you accept this mission called Going Places? I'm going to put a couple of things up on the screen for you. And as I'm doing that, I want you guys to be ready to go to those sites and lock in. Amen. Explore. Carol Caspar, I can't wait to hear some of your testimonial reading, how you were moved by some of the stories in the book. In fact, for all those who haven't gone already, I want you to go to goingplaces.vip. Somebody type if you would type that in the chat for me, goingplaces.vip. There, not only will you find the book, let me hold this up so you guys can see the particular cover. I know it's kind of out of angle and whatnot. This was our rough draft copy. I got several back there. So the beauty of it is there's a collaboration of authors who have spoke their hearts with the type of boldness, the type of clarity, the type of passion where you don't see everywhere. And they really went into a storyline from where they were to where they are now to where they're headed. One of the numerous things that we have in common, our core strands, is that we're all connected in the kingdom of God, foundationally, but we're also connected inside this worldwide travel club that we've used to meet and greet and do all kinds of wonderful things throughout God's green earth. Go ahead there, goingplaces.vip. You'll be able to get a copy, order a copy of the book. Felicia, I see you there. Good to see you. I ain't heard from you, girl. Go ahead and grab a copy of that. And you'll see on that particular site all the authors, some of the bio information that's on those that's posted, and you'll get the backdrop of what this whole thing is about. But in our subtitle, which is very intentional, is Going Places. It's much more than a book. It's a mindset, it's a mandate, and it's a mission. And that's what we're going to talk about for a little bit this evening. And I have two beautiful ladies there in the lobby just waiting for me to bring them in, so I want them to be ready because we're going to be having a collaborative conversation about this thing, and we'll work it from there. So let me just go ahead and get them in place and in position, and we won't be before you long tonight, but we do want you all to be ready. In addition to goingplaces.vip, I want y'all to put this other one on the screen too. Go ahead and drop down to shop. Put this in the comments for me. Shop.goingplaces.vip. If you want to get some very unique and creative gifts, whether for your family, friends, whoever, for Christmas, end of the year, birthday, special occasions, especially as it relates to travel, there's some travel accessories and some things right there. Shop.goingplaces.vip. I think it's going to be one of the most amazing places that you'll want to go by to get some of that type of merchandise. Right there at shop.goingplaces.vip, and you'll get the book that tells you the story behind the story, one story after another. Goingplaces.vip. Well, I'm excited. We got two of these queens with us tonight. We got V Digging to Select, Katrina Johnson, and of course, my queen, Lady K. Done me so wrong this week. Don't give me no hugs and stuff, but I'm gonna be all right. And she's here, and we're gonna talk about this thing, about this Going Places experience. Katrina, you remember it was not too many moons ago. How many moons ago was it when we were going places? About, well, not too week, a few weeks further ahead. What was that? That was about 3 years ago, 4 years ago.
It's 2020.
2020. Okay, 3 years ago, we were going places. Yeah, you remember that? Yeah,
Yes.
we were going places. So this ain't nothing that we not new to this. We true to this, and we believe in this mission. We believe in this assignment. It just so happened that we finally put a book together to kind of collectively pull the stories together and be a source of inspiration to others who sometimes can live life in such a mundane place of regularity, of normalcy, of go to work, go home, go to work, go home, go to work, go home, and then go to church, and that routine, and you don't have that creative spice, you don't have that, spark of life, you don't have a lot of the things that God never wanted you to put to the backside. He wanted to bring that up front and make that a part of your life. So we're very excited about sharing this. So let me get you ladies to talk to us about this trajectory of this going places experience. Let me put some things up on the screen so we can kind of be guided by it. Now, let me just talk with three things in mind. Number one, a going places mindset. Now, I spelled that wrong, but that's because I'm not feeling my best, and I got a English major there, so let me fix it up right quick. But y'all know what I'm talking about. Lady K, go ahead and jump on that. I see your eyes jumping all over that word, but go ahead and jump on that mindset perspective. If you're going places, talk about that mindset perspective.
Okay. So, with that mindset of going places, you have to be minded to not trying to live out a bucket list, but trying to live out your life list. And this is one of the items that we have already projected for next year to help you with that. Um, our title of our book is Going Places, and we just want to be about not just physically going places, but mentally going places as well. So, what you think about, you can absolutely bring about. And so, that's what we're trying to help you do this week.
I like that. She dropping bars and nuggets and all that. Tanya be proud of you. She said what you think about, you can bring about, and all that good stuff. I like that. I like that. Katrina, what's your thought perspective or this mindset perspective? If you're going places, what are some of the things that perhaps has to be shifted inside the mind? How does that perspective have to change?
The way you think negatively, if you think negative, like you're never going to go anywhere or never going to do anything, or if it was put into you subconsciously, like you mentioned earlier, it's something that you have to learn to rewire your mind to think differently because you go places every day to work, to the store, um, to you drop kids off at school. But when you go places, it's always a reason why you're going places. It's never just one set reason. When you go to the grocery store, you think you're going to the grocery store because you got to pick up something. But you may meet somebody that needed a smile or some help down a particular aisle that you wasn't planning on doing that. I'm going to pick up some water, but it was another reason why you went to the grocery store. It's another reason why you went to the gas station when you really didn't need no gas, just to pick up a soda. So when you think about things like that and change the way you look at it differently through the way God sees it, it's all in line up in the way His purpose and plan for you going places. It's not just physically, mentally, spiritually as well. It all lines up when you line it up and listen to Him.
Amen. I love that. I love that perspective. I got my main man Omar McQueen all the way back to the 11221 is in the house. That's my boy, y'all. I never will forget growing up in Bed-Stuy. And oh man, I love you, man. I love your story. I love how I see your son at your side, and thank you for being the champion that I see God uh, calling you to be and to walk in this season. Much love, man. Listen, let me tell y'all this: going places. Sometimes we don't know where we're going. We can start there. That's a perspective. We can have plans, but there's a word that says, many are the plans in a man's heart, but it's God's purpose that prevails. And sometimes, we've have y'all ever had to take detours? And sometimes you had to do a complete, hey, I got to go back, road closed. The worst of the detour, you got to go back. That thing shut down. I've never had the experience as of yet where, I've had some flights canceled, but I've never had where, it was delayed and changed everything for multiple days. You know, that can happen. Sometimes in your going places, you don't always wind up where you thought it was that you were actually headed. You know, life is like that. It's not always a straight path. It's not always a linear experience. It's a journey. I don't know if y'all feel that way. I mean, it. You know, it loops. It got come on, every which way but loose in it, and that means that we got to walk with faith.
Mhm.
You need the compass. You need the map. You need the landmarks. You need a good GPS. You need all of that. But let me tell you something. When you're going places, one of the perspectives that I think that we need is a flexible mindset. One who's not so fixated on the outcome, the end experience, that we miss the journey. Sometimes, what I'm trying to say, sometimes we miss the good part and even the best part because we're so locked in, focused on where we thought we were supposed to be, when all along it was what was happening in the middle that can be the best part. Let me give you another example because y'all ain't feeling what I'm saying. How many times have you been en route going to the place where you thought that was the destination, but the best part of the trip was the stuff that was happening in the car, when you stopped on the side of the road at these restaurants, when you went out and took these selfies over here and looked at the beach, and can we go in the water? And you went in the water, or you stayed at the hotel and y'all went in the pool and stayed out, made all that noise, woke everybody up, and then found out that the pool was closed, but you didn't know. You know, those stories along the way before you even get there, you'd be like, well, doggone, we don't live a lifetime before we even got to where we going. So what I'm trying to say is, one of the perspectives that we want to communicate to you all going places, as God blesses you to put one foot in front of the other, let your mindset be set on this perspective. Be flexible, be open to change, be open to detours and change your plans and all that, and watch God bless your life. Ladies, would y'all agree with that?
Yes.
Absolutely.
In the comments, I think we got Anderson Harris is in the house. We got Tamika Price is in the house. We got Nurse Catherine is in the house. Much love, darling. I know you'll be going live shortly. I'll be on a Faith Leaders call while you're doing that. Otherwise, I sure would love to drop by on you and hear some of that. Listen, we're going to switch gears. So going places, there's a mindset perspective. But let's talk about this mission perspective. I'll kind of lead you into this mission perspective. We said on the book again, I'm going to bring this up, and we want to challenge you, ladies, gentlemen, to get a copy if you've not gotten one already. Shout out to all of those who have already ordered theirs. Go to goingplaces.vip, and you got a copy waiting on you with your name on it right there. But let's talk about this thing from the mission perspective. We said Going Places is much more than a book. It's a mindset, it's a mandate, and it's a mission. Sasha Roberts is in the house. Winnell is in the house. We need to connect. Much love to you. Thank you so much. Baby girl, I love you. Listen, let me tell you something. We said it's a mandate, it's a mission. The overall objective for us in this book is to be about our Father's business and to be used as vessels, instruments in his hands, to be ambassadors, to be that priesthood, to be that representative. There's someone, see, we know this, when we go certain places, there's going to be a need there before we got there, that God, if our eyes are open and our hearts are right, we'll be sensitive and discerning enough to know that he's called us not just to go wherever we're going. We're going to have some fun and all that stuff too, but he's going to send us to some places where we can be a blessing, where we can see folk come to life, where we can share when we were in Dubai, Lady K and I, this past, what was that?
September.
This year, y'all, we've been blessed. I wanted to kind of, let her know how much I appreciated her, but didn't work out the way that I thought. But anyway, kind of spoiled a little bit, but sometimes they too spoiled. Yes. But anyway, thing of it is, We had a staycation this year. Beautiful destination. One of our favorite hotels here in the city. Um, and I won't call a name because we don't want to avoid contract information. One of our favorite hotels where we were able to spend just over $200 for the whole week instead of $2,000. Right? That's much better, right? And we enjoyed that for her retirement. But then we went to, um, from there we went to,
Bye.
no, we didn't go to Dubai. We went to
Miami.
Vegas
Right.
first.
Vegas.
We went to Vegas first. So from Vegas, we stayed there a week. And in that four-star hotel, we were able to celebrate one of the birthdays with one of our baby girls. Hey, Terry, good to see you, darling. One of my baby girls, we were able to celebrate her birthday and do some other stuff, conference speaking and all that type of thing. And there, for that week, we only paid $99 for this beautiful hotel suite, four-star hotel. And then we went to
Hawaii.
Hawaii. But we went to Maui first, and then we went to Honolulu. We so enjoyed that, and we know that the community at large is still. It's going to be a long time. Y'all continue to keep them in your prayers. We got to go back ourselves. And then we went to Miami, and we had a wonderful time in Miami. But while we were in Hawaii, some of our now good friends that we partnered with, we had a ministry kingdom event there where we had communion on the beach, worship on the beach, prayer on the beach, and we had some teaching that we did the day before. So that was just a seed that we were sowing, and then we're going to go back with the Lord's permission and water that seed. But when we did Miami, we had a wonderful time there, all white party and all this. So girlfriend had a beautiful year with all this. But then we went to Dubai in September, and what a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful time it is. But here's the best part about all of that in Dubai. Man, we locked arms with one of our good friends, sisters, Ambassador Sherry, and we did a ministry event there. And let me tell you, man, we saw the gospel come to life. Man, we were teaching and preaching, and we had prayer. Ministry connections were made. Life-changing, long-term life-changing results have already taken place from the work that was done there in Dubai, y'all, of all places. And we thoroughly enjoyed it, on top of all the fun we had. So what am I saying? The mission perspective is this. No matter where we go, it's not just fun in the sun, y'all. That's going to be a part of it in our travel. But guys, we are mission bound, and we want to keep our eyes open. We want to keep our ears and our hearts wide open. God, is there someone there? And we have on our team we got. Look her here. Talk about the ambassador. She's up in these comments. I didn't even know you were there, Sherry. I just felt that. Look at we connected like that. So listen, we feel as though on our team especially, there are people who have an affection for the area of domestic violence. There are people who have an affection and a passion in their heart for children who are in foster care, of course, and many other areas. So whatever that area of core ministry passion is, we're going to put together a project. So wherever we go, when we're going places, this is what we're trying to say, that's included. And we're very, excuse me, we're very excited about that. So ladies, I know I took the long way around, but let me go ahead and get y'all to chime in on that, going places. Let me hear from your mission perspective.
I think is, like you said, it's very important that we stay focused on the mission, and it's special that we'll be able to extend ourselves and the work of the kingdom when we're going to these different destinations. It was very special that when we were in Dubai, we were able to still. I mean, we had like Ambassador Sherry was stating on that we did Facebook Bible study. So just because we are not in our local congregations, we're still able to be an extension in the world. And so making that part of what we're doing with our Going Places campaign or mission, I think is important and special that we keep that in the forefront.
Yeah, that's good. That's good. Keep it in the forefront because that's our main thing at all times. We always want to keep the main thing, to represent Christ, and That's what we do. Sherry says marketplace. That's exactly right. Putting that ministry where it does the most, it has the most impact in the marketplace, not the sanctuary. We got 400,000 goo gobs of preachers, teachers, everything else off in there. Listen, everybody can't have a mic in there. But the thing of it is, in the marketplace, there's so much room to share the wealth of the gospel. Amen. Katrina, what you say? What say you, darling?
I think it's an awesome opportunity anytime you're able to spread the word, regardless of if you're at home. Facebook, now technology is so advanced that you know we're international. You be international, and you just by logging on and doing streaming now, which is amazing. When we always remember that we're supposed to be doing God's work, no matter what we do, where we are. We have to do it 24/7. It should never turn off. It should always be on because you never know when somebody's going to need that particular word. And you're on that mission to do that anyway. So you just got to line up and listen and be ready all the time. No, not getting ready, already be ready.
Already be ready. Somebody put that in the notes. Already be ready. Monique, we got you here. God bless you, woman of God. We're so grateful for your presence. Minister Carol, I see you there. God bless you, woman of God. Thank you for your presence. Terry Davidson, thank you for your presence. Listen, we got one more round we're going to talk about. So we've been talking about this going places from a mindset perspective. We've been talking about it from a mission perspective. But here's this last component. We going to talk about this thing from a Montego Bay perspective, because as of a few days ago, we decided, now we have been planning this thing out for several months as to which direction we would go. At first, we were considering Greece, but then the team came together and we decided almost unanimously that Montego Bay would be the place for our next going places event. And I should say large scale going places event, because we're going to have multiple other places before then. I mean, we got some stuff planned for Memphis. Don't forget, all roads should lead to Memphis in the month of March. Is that right, Lady K?
Yes, that's right.
And we got some stuff planned um, um, much sooner than July. But let me just throw this at you. And I know that we have Minister Carolyn in the back office. It's kind of dark. I don't want to bring it in. I know if you can get some light on the subject there and get in a safe place with some lighting, we'll bring you in. And we're not going to be here much longer, though. If you can do that, that'll be great. Here's what we're going to do, guys. Let me just tell you, we're going to have the meet. When we get to Montego Bay, this will not be our first time. We've been there. I think we've been there a couple of times. But we've been by ship and we've been by land. We've only been land one time, but I think we've been ship twice, if I'm not mistaken. And the thing of it is, Katrina, that's when we had that rooftop experience on the top deck. Remember?
With the stars.
Man, that was beautiful. That was one of those. That was one of those Kairos moments.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was one of those Kairos moments. Sitting in the hot tub with you and my cruise buddy, your mom, and just enjoying the fellowship. What was First Lady doing? She was in the shows.
She was downstairs somewhere. I don't know where she was.
Downstairs, that girl be all over the ship. You can't keep up with her. That girl be everywhere.
We lost at that point.
Yeah, we lost. But we wanted to sit down somewhere, and just talk and chill and unpack and unwind. Man, it's like the stars opened up. The sky opened up. The stars just went brighter in their sockets.
Yeah.
It's like we saw stuff shooting across the sky, of course, and Spirit of God just, man, I'm telling you, the conversations and stuff, and just the perspectives of life. When you're at, sometimes, guys, we do church so regulated and so dreary. That's the best way. Dark and dreary. That's what's coming to my mind, because it is dark and dreary when that's your only perspective for church and for kingdom. It's bigger than that sanctuary. I don't care how big that sanctuary is, y'all. And we don't have no big one. We got small one. But for the churches that have the big one, the megas, and I'm not hating on you, I'm telling you the reality. You might have 200 locations and they all might look like, stadiums. But it's not big enough for the glory of God. But when you get out there up under those heavens, and that's why I love retreats and things of that sort. When you get out and God's handiwork. You know, ain't nobody made it but him. Man did not make that open sky and all that open land and all that. It just does something to you. So we were able to experience that. That was January 2020. So that was like God was giving us a foretaste,
Yeah.
if you will.
Snippet.
So
Snippet.
yeah, just a little snippet. So that's coming to place right there. So when we get to Montego Bay, now Lady K and I, we went for June of what was that year, Kendra? That's
21 was it?
21, I think it was.
22.
And we celebrated
I think 21.
her birthday. And notice how all this stuff happens for her on her birthday and stuff. And,
It's a lesson.
but anyway, I got choked up. But anyway, on her birthday, and we had, man, Coach D celebrated her birthday and several other team members. We had over 60 people there, y'all, in Montego Bay. We did everything from, guys, the catamaran. Now, your boy from Brooklyn didn't know what a catamaran was. Could I just shout out to the dictionary? Thank you very much. I appreciate that. Y'all, it's private yacht, right? We got on that yacht. We got on that boat. And what a time, what a time, what a time. I saw the sisters vibing and moving and feeling it and everything. And then, you know, they hit that pocket and said, whoa! And then, let me tell you when the fun really started. The fun really started, to be honest with you, when it started raining. Lord have mercy. But if you ever been to Montego Bay in that rain, it don't last long under that sun. It'll just come on in. I think it stayed there for about 20 minutes. And we enjoyed it, laughing at each other, got soaked. Oh, yeah. But what a time. It was like we was kids, y'all. And we just had a time on that vessel. And we saw some of the most beautiful sights of the different islands and all that stuff all around. And then, of course, we had all the moonlight events. We had all the private events. I mean, the whole thing was just beautiful. It was packed from one thing to the next. The whole time we were there, it was nothing but beauty. I want to hear from Lady K, and I'm going to bring Minister Carolyn in. I know she's moving around a bit, but once she gets settled, I want her to let us know, and I'll get in. But Lady K, talk to us about that Montego Bay from your perspective.
I really enjoyed it, not just the scenery was great, but just the company of all of the team members that were there and how we were able to just come together and be there to support Coach D, of course, just love on her, love on each other, just had a good time. The accommodations were great, the food was great. And like you said, the catamaran, that was the first time that we were on there, but it was fun. It was a lot of fun.
Your girl said you get lost in the stores shopping. That's where you was at. It's all right by me. Looky here. Just don't take us with you, right? Yeah. So these are the experiences.
I got jokes.
No, we telling the truth. So when we get to Montego Bay, guys, I want to pull these dates up because this is the Going Places next stop, Montego Bay. Please write these dates down. 24 to 28 July, y'all, of 2024. 24 to 28 July of July 2024. But we need to hear from you. If you want to get in position, we'll get you all the information. And there's several ways. We're travel agents for the past 11 years. But we're also members of this worldwide travel club. And it just so happens, I tell you guys, because of this travel club, we've been able to cut our expenses by as much as 80% off of this Montego Bay experience. And we will show you the numbers. The numbers will speak for themselves, and you'll be able to decide which way to go is better for you. But if you're interested in being a part of the Going Places party, it's going to be a complete event. Anything that Lady K. Leela Brown is in the house. Thank you, counselor. It's good to see you. That's another world traveler. Anything Lady K puts her hands on creatively, y'all, when it comes to travel, it's going to be on a whole new level and stuff like that. So, guys, just to be able to experience this type of event, it's going to be life changing for a lot of people. So let me just throw a few things at you. We're going to have a meet the authors occasion. We're going to have some moonlight dinners. Come on here. We're going to have some sunrise praise because we got some beautiful voices that love to sing and worship God. And we got some folk that love to share a word and all that, many of us. And we're going to have time for some professional photos out there. It's going to be on a whole new scale. When I say professional, this ain't no iPhone stuff. Come on here.
Android either.
Come on. Yeah. No, we're not even going to do Android. We're going to have a professional photographer. How about that? And of course, we're going to have that for the flying dress event. Shout out to our girl, Demita, who's going to oversee all of that aspect. She's done multiple events for ladies all around the world with flying dress events. This one is going to be, I'm telling you, top of the charts. Then, of course, we're going to have that yacht excursion. All of that is in the midst of the all-inclusive dining, all-white party, the authors' lunch, where you'll hear from the authors themselves. They get to speak in that regard. And then we got a charity connected to it. And we're now going to get started as to which charity to make a part of this project, whether it'll be in the field of domestic violence or it'll be in the field of orphan ministry or something there in Montego Bay. And I'll be connecting with some of the ministry leaders there to put all of that type of stuff in place. So we're super, super, super excited in the month of December about what's going to happen next July, y'all. And we want to say there's plenty of room for you to participate, to get in place. Get with any one of our authors, get with any one of our partners about what you can do to lock in your place, your position, to go places with us to Montego Bay, July the 24th through July the 28th of 2024. Ladies, let me hear from you all with any closing comments you have, and then we're going to shut it on down.
It's going to be great. Let's go.
Yes. Decide now. Get ready 2024 before we even cross over to 2024. Put it on your list. Let's go. We're going to enjoy it and have fun. Let's lock arms together.
Don't think too long. Just do it.
All right. There you go. There you have it. Montego Bay, 24 to 28 July. And we want to encourage you again, go get the copy of the book. Shout out to all the wonderful, beautiful authors again. Going places. It's more than a book. It's a mindset. It's a mandate. It's a mission. Go ahead and grab your copy there and then drop down and look at the store that we've put together. No matter where you're going on your next trip, you want to take some of those items with you. God bless you real good. We'll talk to you on the next go round. We're getting ready for our Faith Leaders Call. Apostle H.D. Wilson is going to be sharing the word with us on tonight at 7 o'clock at the top of the hour. That's 7 Central, 8 Eastern. We'll see you there. God bless you real good.